All right, guys, as you can see here, this is my client Justina, March 2025 and March 2026. Her legs are significantly bigger, her glutes are bigger and rounder, her waist is smaller. She started at 31.5 and she's currently at 28 inches. We did all that in the span of 1 year and her body weight is exactly the same. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly how we did it, from her nutrition plan, her trainings, her cardio, the supplements, and the weekly check-ins. Let's get into it. So just to give you some context, guys, Justina is a 24-year-old woman. She's a student full-time. She works a lot. When we started working together, she was already working out, but her execution was not the best, so we focused a lot on that, and her eating habits were not that good. She was under eating and not training correctly, so we focused on fixing her food, making sure we feed her enough, and we did a proper exercise selection split with a lot of video reviews so we can improve her form. If I'm gonna start by showing you the stats of when we started. Her weight was 144. And I remember when we first started working together, initially was to really just increase the food. We went all the way up to 150, and then around May, June, we decided to go for a cut, and since then we stabilized things at around always between 142 and 144, and now 1 year later, despite all the changes in her body, her weight is still the same. She's at 145 and she was at 144 exactly 1 year ago, but with a whole totally different body. So let's get into everything and how we did it. So for the nutrition plan, the first one that she had, she was around 2,700 calories on her training days and 2,000 calories on her off days. But now if we check the most recent diet plan that she's on, we're gonna break it down little by little. So right now for March, she's on a diet plan for every day, just to make things easier, because her schedule is like, she wasn't able to really know if she's gonna do a training day or an off day. So we just spread the calories throughout the whole week, considering all her workouts, her cardio, and we made her a diet plan that she's just gonna follow the whole week. This one is around 2,500 calories, 184 grams of protein, 300 grams of carbs, 60 grams of fats. So if we get into the meal one, she has egg whites, eggs, blueberries, cottage cheese, and 1 slice of sourdough. Second meal is rice, chicken breast. Third meal is 175 grams of ground beef, 250 grams of rice, and some vegetables. And her fourth meal is tuna, olive oil, 2 slices of bread, and 1 kiwi, because she loves kiwi. So one thing that I do with my client when I started working with them is making them submit a food preferences. So over here I have all the ingredients that Justina likes to eat, so I can pick the ingredients from her food preferences directly, so she's actually eating foods that she enjoys. So this is what she's eating right now in terms of food. When it comes to the supplements, I had her on omega to reduce inflammation, vitamin D3 for neurons, bone health, and a lot of other physiological functions, especially that in Canada we don't have enough sun exposure, so vitamin D3 is really essential to take during the winter. Vitamins, because it's not about the amount of food you eat, it's about how good your absorption of that food is. Veggie greens, glutamine for better food absorptions and digestive health, inflammation control to reduce inflammation, and collagen for better skin, better hair, and better joint health, and daily cleanse to reduce cholesterol and bloating. These are for the morning, and at night she also had omega, vitamins, ashwagandha to reduce inflammation and cortisol, and magnesium, which is a super important supplement that everybody should be taking. For intra-workout, I had her on 10 grams of creatine, 1 scoop of EAAs. Now, let's go a little bit deeper into her workouts. So when we first started working together, she was on a 5 times a week split, and the split was legs for first day. She had a push day, chest, delts, and tricep. She had a hamstring day and glutes, a pull day, which is back and bicep with a little bit of rear delts, and her 5th day was a glute and calves focus. But let's have a look at the most current workout plan that she's on and analyze the exercises a little bit in detail. So first day, we have quads and hammies. Really focusing on the quads and the hamstrings, mainly the leg extensions and the hack squats. And for the hamstrings, seated leg curl, lying leg curls, and dumbbell stiff leg deadlifts. When we first started together, she had a lot more sets. I had to make her do more volume just for her to learn how to actually train hard. Once she was able to actually stimulate the muscle properly, I started reducing the sets because her recovery was not up to par. So at first, for a beginner, a lot of sets is good, but with time, once they actually know how to train hard and they're actually training hard, reducing the sets might be a good idea. So she has way less sets now than when we first started together. Her second day is a glute day, and we have a lot of glute, and the main ones for me, the most important ones, are the barbell hip thrust and the one leg horizontal leg press. These two are the bread and butter of this workout. Of course, she has some cable pull through, a single leg step up on the bench, finishing with a cable glute kickback isolation exercise. Now she has a third day, which is a quads and glutes. So we're at our second quad and our second glute workout. Hip thrust on the machine, Smith reverse hyperextension. I really love this exercise. Bulgarian split squats, everybody hates them, but they're super effective. Same thing for walking lunges, and I'm making her finish with good mornings. So this exercise is really glute focused with maybe a little bit of quads on the split squats and the walking lunges. Fourth day, glutes and hammies. So we have standing leg curls again, hip thrust, but this time on the Smith machine. So if you notice, she has 3 types of hip thrust, once with the barbell, on another day with the machine, and on another day with a Smith machine. So we're doing hip thrust, but with different tools, just to try to target different fibers and try to search a different stimulus each time. Then she has glute kickbacks, 1 leg lying leg curls, so really good for isolation over here, finishing with a 1 leg assisted pull-up machine glute press, and we're finishing off with hyperextensions. So this workout split that she's on, she's doing upper body maybe once every 2 weeks whenever she feels like it, because honestly her upper body developed a lot throughout the last 12 months, and I told her I think it would be a good idea to pull off upper body workouts for now and really focus on legs, and it's doing her amazing. In terms of cardio is really customized depending on the goal, the phase, and whatever results we receive on a weekly basis. And I like to utilize cardio in many different cases scenario. It could be to increase appetite, or if appetite is too high, I would decrease the cardio, really depending on the phase and the goal. But I would use it most of the time. For her, it was a tool to improve her appetite. So whenever her appetite was too low, I would make her do her cardio, and whenever her recovery would be too slow, I would bring it down. But right now, for the month of February and March, she literally didn't have any cardio at all. She's just training, doing legs 4 to 5 times a week on the split that I just showed you. And when it comes to the check-ins, you need to understand that she is really consistent with her check-ins. So you can see that she's been submitting check-ins on a weekly basis since end of February 2025. And on these check-ins, these are the type of questions that I like to go through with them. How are they feeling? Their hours of sleep, the quality of their sleep, how many liters of water they're drinking. If they consumed other liquids, mention it. How are their energy levels throughout the day? How good did she adhere to the diet plan on a scale of 1 to 10? If she strayed off the meal plan, what exactly did she eat? Or if she missed any meals, her hunger level, and if she's hungry or full, usually during what period of the day she feels it the most. And then questions that are related to her training, like her training desire, how many times she trained, if her performance increased, decreased, or stayed the same, how many times did she do cardio this week, how did she feel about the workout length and intensity, and how are her energy levels regarding the training and the recovery after the training. Couple questions about the mindset that I like to get into. Here she said we'll talk about it with you, because I schedule calls with my clients every week or every 2 weeks depending on the type of coaching that they're on. I have weekly calls with some clients and bi-weekly with others. How comfortable she is pushing to the next level. This is a question that I like to know from my clients. Are they comfortable pushing it to the next level, or they rather stay where they are? And if they have any additional questions. Couple extras that I like to ask is their stress levels, to always gauge their stress, because stress does play a big role in your fitness journey, and if they can mention a big win and a small win for the week. Once I go through all these questions, I look at their weight. How did their weight move for that week? I look at the pictures and I compare pictures from a couple weeks ago, a month ago, a year ago, to really see what's going on in terms of progress. And for the measurements, I always ask my clients to submit the measurement of their waist, because it's a good metric that we can track over time to see if the waist size is going down or up. It really helps a lot to say if the person is getting leaner, fatter, or if the waist is getting smaller, because the goal is to always bring that waist down. So this is it, guys, for my client Justina. 1 year of working together. Really proud of her. I think there was a lot of work done on the mindset with her. I really pushed her to start journaling, to take more walks, to read more books. And once you improve your mindset, everything else follows. So this is Justina when we first started together, and this is her right now. So really big difference in the quads, way bigger now. I mean, it's really clearly visible. The waist is smaller. When we started, her waist was 32 inches, and right now it's 28 inches. So that's 4 inches smaller, still while keeping the same weight. And the size of her glutes is just, and legs are uncomparable. So if we look at a side shot over here, there you go. This is it for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you girls or men need help taking your fitness level, your fitness journey to the next level, write me on Instagram, Taha Therapy Coaching. We can literally just chat about what you're doing, what you're struggling with, see if I can give you some advice, audit a little bit what you're doing. If you're interested, I could explain you how I work with my clients. And if you think it's a good fit for you and it's something that could help you achieve your goals, then I recommend we get started into it right away. No pressure. That's it for today, guys. Make sure you leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. If you enjoyed this video, I'll try to do more of them. And that's it for today. Taha Therapy Coaching, clocking out. Peace.